Welcome, race fans from around the globe. Here they come, out of turn 4, to the white flag, and it's 1 to go.
All right, welcome back to 1 to Go Studios. We provide coverage of the Into Being LLC split decision here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Brickyard 95. I'm Harold Darner, executive producer, and I'm in the booth with Ken Kushwa. So, Ken, how you been tonight?
I'm doing well. Hello, everybody. Not congratulations. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Indianapolis, the lovely Indianapolis Brickyard.
Hey, you know,
and it's the
yard
oval
of
tonight.
Bricks. Yes, the yard of bricks being used the right way.
I'm sorry, the brick of yards.
The yard, the bricks of yards,
right.
or the rods of bricks. Now you're gonna mess me up, man, because you know.
I know.
It's right there.
Yeah, there it is. That used to all be brick.
Well, yeah, the entire track used to be brick, and when they repaved it, they left 1 yard of bricks.
Just truly amazing.
Kiss the bricks, man.
Ooh, thought you were gonna say something else, Harold.
I said kiss the bricks, man.
I got it. Just scared me a little bit. All right, let's bring that over yonder. I'm moving my screens around while we do all this stuff.
About 4.5 minutes left in the practice tonight, so let's get to the most important thing, which are the points. Cup Series, the 4 that are right now, the top 4 advance to the final round, going to Chicagoland for the final race next week. So Ryan Johnson leads the way by 39 points. Lucas Gortman, 27 points. Then you have the 2 that are close to the bubble, which is Luke Smith and Kevin Bernheimer. Nate Johnson is the one trying to spoil and get in there, and Kayla's got to really get it going tonight to bump one of those guys out of the top 4.
She's going to have to hope a lot of things happen tonight, because that's a lot of points.
So let's go on to the Xfinity Series, where we have Jeff Ramsdale leading the way with Dylan Clark, then Justin Gibbs and Michael Gitchell. So Gitchell and Jorge Canales will be fighting for that bottom spot, and then Adam Benefield back 14. He said he's going to really need to work himself out too.
Absolutely. Is Jorge running tonight? Because that'll change a lot of things if he isn't. So.
Looking. You don't see it. Yes, he is there, number 71. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I don't have up and running, the timing and scoring.
And the Truck Series with Caleb Ellswick leading the way with only 12 points. So this is tight here, Ken. Caleb Ellswick is 12 points to the good. Then Garris Seidner's only 4, top 3. Matthew Boston Wheeler 2. And Tegan and Harrigs, Tegan's 2 out, 6 is out, Corey. So this thing can be mixed up to where any of these drivers can get in. I think Caleb's probably the only one that's so safe, right?
So Caleb is, rather
safe, you know.
Rather safe, but I tell you what, that is a tight, and that group has been running. Last week was awesome with that group of guys. So I don't know. Caleb can't. I can tell you this: he can't go to sleep tonight. He better pay attention, because they may be coming for him.
Coming for him?
Yep, coming for him.
Wow.
I know. All right, Dylan Bryan has checked in. Josh, see the South Sea non-draft lap. Dude's going to be in trouble next season. Uh-oh. So Josh is throwing down the hammer now, telling people, here's what's coming up. So,
new feature for tonight.
Oh, here, yes. Yes, new feature. That's right. I hope people are. I hope they share this left and right, Harold. But go ahead.
Have Luke.
Everybody knows they're going to be up front, so we won't throw them off too much. But
I'm trying to get our other guys. Oh yeah, Tiny Horse, Ryan Johnson.
pack with a towel. Son, what did you do
Sonia,
to your face,
can you hear us now?
Can you hear us now, Matt?
Because
can you hear us?
I just did the scene this morning, so I'm sorry, or just before we started the race. So Sonia should be able to hear us now.
Sonia.
All right, they're going to be qualifying now, so we're going to get back to it here, and we'll back out of that. And
we're working on it, Augie. We're working on it, Josh.
Can they hear it? Can y'all hear us now?
Says yes. Josh has got us now.
Okay,
all right,
so,
Augie's got us. We're all good.
So we created a new scene in OBS, and the producer forgot to put the audio in the new scene.
Hold on, before we go any farther, let's just clarify. Ken is not the producer.
Yes, Ken is. Ken is the
producer. Do not blame Ken.
Yes,
Ken is just mere tones that come through your speakers.
No, Ken is the brains behind the operation.
Hi, Kathy Joe.
See, Kathy Joe messed me up this week. She changed her name in Facebook to CJ Angel.
I was going to ask you if she threw you off with that. I was right on it.
I was like,
Joe.
what? It's like, what the heck is going on? I don't know who this person is.
Okay, now Ryan's saying that he's going on a bathroom break. No. We sent the FBI after you, Tiny Horse.
Nay.
So don't be just disappearing on us like and not notify us. We have fans that'll start panicking if you aren't there. So.
Very much so, as we noticed.
Yeah. But Kathy Joe, I knew you'd throw Harold off. Bless his little heart. He's just not as good as faithful. I've been following Kathy Joe, all the things that she's been. There's some interesting stuff going up in her neck of the New York woods. Let me tell you.
So
it's busy.
Yeah, so back row out there. So top of the board right now
Bernheimer.
is Bernheimer, and there he is. So we're trying new things, people. Just kind of bear with me, and Hey, Ken, just so we clarify this, I have one league that we've been using the cams with, and they only get 3.
Yeah, you're getting 5.
Y'all got 5.
5 cameras. It's a shame my buddy Caleb doesn't have a camera. Who's on there now?
Caleb also should have one, because otherwise he'll tell me that I don't love him enough if I didn't show him.
He's already said that. He said, remember to love him more.
I know. He's, McLovin, over there is I'm going to send it.
Caleb, by the way, my friend, you better drive well tonight, son, because you can't sneeze or hiccup because there's a lot of cars that are right there. So you keep the hammer down tonight, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Definitely working.
All right. I clearly have. I have my ATVOs running. I have my YouTube chat up high. I've got my Facebook to my left. I've got my Twitch to my front, and then I've got the race going right in front of me. Hey, there was Adam Bettafield getting me on board. He's probably not listening to us. He's probably concentrating
right now. If he was smart, I would definitely not be listening to us.
So that looks like a pretty fancy wheel he's got going on there.
That is a DD5 Fanatec wheel with the NASCAR Fanatec oval wheel on it. I have the F1 wheel, so
I don't know what that means, but good. Great.
Yep, the F1's kind of a more of a rectangle, like rounded rectangle.
Mm-hmm. Adam looked like he just came in from the woods, maybe cut down a few trees, and now he's ready to race. That's he's got that look, and he's out west clearly because it's still really, really sunny there, and it ain't really, really sunny here on the East Coast.
No. So Nate Johnson heading out to the racetrack right now.
Did you read Caleb? He said, just for you, I'll go buy one and get a poster for my wall for Harold to love me more in the background.
Wow.
That's good stuff right there. Lots a wee bit of funny.
The thing is, you can always just go green screen behind you and put just about anything you want.
Yeah, that's true. I wanna. How come it won't let me make a comment? Oh, it will.
Yeah, we're definitely working some things here. I'm trying to see why the heck I'm not seeing. Did I pause it or something? Yeah, I must have paused the video.
What are you talking about?
I have the Facebook up, and I'm like, why is it showing one car just sitting there? That's definitely not what I'm on. So, poster shows more love. It's to remind me to spread the love too. So
it is, and fair enough. It should be,
Mm-hmm.
All right, I've posted it to my thing, which means Kathy Joe is going to see it in about 10 seconds on my Facebook feed because she follows. Where am I getting the volume from? Never mind, I got it. I just heard myself singing it. That's pretty funny.
That was back because I didn't realize because I was on when I went back to check all that we were live on everything. I had it on my main computer and it had volume, so I'm like going, why am I hearing myself talk?
By the way, Bill Klingbeil just laid down a lovely lap.
Yes, he did. Keith Fonseca going out there. I like this new car that he's got.
Yeah, I want to get a better look at it. Oh wow, lot right there is fancy.
Fear is a tool.
So is the president. I mean, yeah, fear is a tool. Yep. Where'd he go? He disappeared.
He did.
Where'd he go? How did he do that? That's a pretty good looking car, I gotta say. It's dark.
I am the shadow.
Wow.
He am the shadows.
Sonia, what did you do to him this week? We were just talking the other day, and you didn't say he'd gone dark on us.
You know, the funny thing is, we've been they've reached out to us about covering Sunday nights, and he told me that he would like a discount, and he'd bring Sonia into the broadcast booth.
Oh, I think that would be
special.
She'd be awesome. Yeah, she'd be awesome.
She's the Batman, is what she says. So. I'm Vengeance from the latest movie, I believe.
I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I still haven't seen the new Batman. There's Tiny Horse. What's he look like now behind the wheel? Let's go look at him live. He's clearly not in the bed. There he is. He's hugging his VR. That's why he's so good. He's got the VR. He's got handles, gears. I don't even know. What are all those buttons, Harold? Goodness. He's got switches. Man.
You got to have your buttons. And then he's got a button box up there. You see that thing to the left of him?
Can he press the button and talk? Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, he's got a keyboard set up there. He's got a handbrake and a
dude. That's sick.
He's got everything.
Yeah. You know what I'd have done? Crashed by now.
Well, we know that.
Yeah, since I can't call Sunday night, Sonia would be perfect. We had a nice conversation this week, her and I. We were talking bad about you, though, Harold.
Of course.
No, we weren't.
Jorge Canales is coming out on the racetrack, so.
We really weren't. So, there's Jorge. Good. I don't know what happened to him last week, but good to see him back out there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's got to have a good race. I mean, he's in trouble from not being here last week, so he's gotta lay something down. Bill Klingbeil still holding on. Fastest in the trucks, Corey Harridges, and then Dylan, our buddy Dylan Clark in the 34, driving, I'm sure, a gorgeous one to go studio car, is currently the fastest in Xfinity.
Yeah.
But Mr. Canales may want to change that, so we'll have to see.
Somebody wants to. Keith Fonseca putting himself up to the second spot.
Adam, you better not be hunting Sasquatch with that beard, sir. You may hunt anything else, but don't you be hunting that. Adam is talking to me.
Very quiet. I'm hunting rabbit.
Adam's talking to me up through YouTube chat. So.
He was telling you to be very, very quiet. He's hunting Sasquatch. 20 seconds left in the qualifier. Now, hopefully all this stuff will work. Yesterday, in our broadcast, when we left qualifying, all of my following overlays went away. That's like the onboard and some other stuff. And it was just empty. So hopefully that'll fix that.
Well, that's too bad for them, isn't it? But this is a different group.
All right, gridding up here.
Let's grid. All right.
Down.
Well,
there you go. Let's go track.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Row number one is Bill Klingbeil. He held on to that. Keith Fonseca laid down an excellent lap and comes in. We'll be starting on the outside of row one. Inside of row two, Kevin Bernheimer, and then Taco Gortman, who is not driving the same color as he normally would. Luke Smith is not driving the same color he normally would. He's on the inside of row three. Andy Turner on the outside. Nate Johnson on the inside of row four, and Dave Gilbert on the outside of row four.
Give me a second here, and I did not do that. I got to refresh the paints for the paints to be right.
Freshen the paints.
There we go. Now this should be good when we move to the next one.
Move into the slot.
There we go. There's
Bo.
All right, so Bo Ross will be the inside of 5. Outside him is Corey Herrigs. Dylan Clark in that one to go Studios 34 on the inside of 6. Outside him is Larry Bruner in the back on track 25. Matthew Wheeler and Garrett Seidner on row 7. Row 8, Michael Gitchell and Jeff Ramsdale.
All right, row number 9. Ethan Michaels in the one truck with Josh McKinney on the outside in row 9. Caleb Ellswick there in the inside of row 10 with Jorge Canales on the outside. Row number 11, John Humphrey there in a new Ally paint scheme with Tyler Turtle Rush on the outside of him. Matthew Kopp in the inside of row 12, and then on the outside is Josh Saucy, but we all know Saucy is in the tower.
The tiny horse is up there in the 13th on the inside.
Ow.
Nathan Manwaring outside of him. Justin Gibbs inside of 14 with Patrick Anderson on his outside. Richard Crane and Adam Benefield being row 15. Row 16, Thomas Teagan and David Desperos. And that's it.
That's it. Kickers is on the car again. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Wow. Kathy Joe used his full name. That's excellent, Kathy Joe. All right, here we go. I don't imagine that how many will we do many laps?
I'm sorry?
Gibbs 93, my power just dropped. Super painful way for my season to end. Good luck, everyone.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Terrible. Patrick Anderson in the 99 also looks like he's not here on track.
Justin. Sorry about that, buddy.
It'll be one lap since this is so big.
That's what I was asking. That's what I was trying to ask.
So we do 95 minutes with 2 stage breaks, coming at 70 and 40.
Nope, Keekers is not out there. Wow.
Like I said, he's out there. He's just he's gray in the 28th spot, so he's in the pits and he's out there at all.
Yep. 32 vehicles tonight. Well, no, not 32. 30 vehicles tonight at this point. Patrick can light himself up and get moving.
Facebook did it, huh?
Yeah. I thought it was funny. He said, is he in trouble? That's good stuff. All right. Pace car will rip off here in just a moment. Shooting down pit lane. Then there he goes, ripping off. Wow, he even missed the cone, Harold.
Yeah.
Long run down to the green flag. We got a truck sitting on there. That is Justin's truck, right? No. I don't know whose truck that is.
The 66. I'm seeing.
Caleb Elgin.
I guess Caleb's out. Caleb's out on the racetrack, so I'm not sure. It is by his box. I don't know whose truck is in his parking spot.
Could have been when you switched the. Could have been when you switched it. It might have left like a ghost imprint too. But all right, here we go.
It could have been a different truck in the 66 pit box. So
I got it. Okay. All right, coming out of 2, going down that long run, and into 3 and 4. Bill on the inside. Keith wants to get around him. And Kevin's going to kind of push from there. Luke got up around his brother already. Here they come. These turns are so crazy. They're so long. With that flat little stretch in between. That's the cushy version of, camera there, Harold.
yeah,
I thought it sounded fairly authentic, don't you?
sure.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I'm sure everybody on Facebook loved
Somebody's
it.
down low.
Yeah, Keith just dropped down to see if he can get him going into the turns. Now, I don't know how these cars handle the turns, but we'll see what happens here. Nate Johnson kind of dropped it down low, too.
So here's your front 5. Here's Klingbeil, Fonseca, Bernheimer, Johnson, Smith, the top 5, and those are our next gen Cup cars. The first in line with the I want to say Dylan Clark in our Xfinity series, yeah, and he's by himself. With the next for him is Jeff Ramsdale and Josh McKinney behind him, with Michael Gitchell in the 4th spot amongst those drivers, and Jorge Canales only back here in 21st.
A lot of sliding around on the Xfinity guys already, Harold.
And the trucks, Corey, Matthew Wheeler, and Garrett Seidner all together. Caleb Ellswick back about 4 positions. And then you got to go back to Ethan Michaels all the way back at 21st. But they're working their way up.
All right, so now that you've done that, I think it's a good time to see what our guys look like in action.
Okay. So let's go with the 10. And this is Luke. We're going to get him to the right one, so we get rid of that one and give him this one. There you go.
All right.
He's got that. He's got those. Oh, wow. He needs a better rig. Look at that monitor. How much it's shaking.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, he's good at it though. So it obviously doesn't bother him.
Wobbling. Like, wow.
It's vibrating probably from the wheel.
That would drive me nuts.
It works for him, though.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, who we got next? Who we dropping to next?
Taco
His
Gorda
brother
right behind him. There he is.
Oh, there we go. Intense with the green headset.
A lot of these guys are using their cell phones, so they got them on the, one of those like snakes connected to the rig. That's why we're kind of bouncing with as Taco's taking the corner.
Okay. Well, that's pretty smart, though. It works.
I'm trying to see who else we've got. We've got Matthew Wheeler. We can go to him. He's our truck guy. He's gonna be a little bit different because he said he couldn't get us sideways, so he's giving us that up and down. That's why it looks kind of different.
That's all right. Everybody still likes it. I'm glad that he's doing it. I'm just glad to see these guys. This is some of my favorite stuff is when they're able to do that. And then Adam
Benefil, yeah.
Come back from Sasquatch hunting. Now he's deep and intense and driving, and again, he's got a pretty cool rig set up there. You know more about it than I do. Yeah. I don't have Fanatec.
It's a Fanatec DD5. Love that. I love it. It's direct drive. There's no belt or gear in there. It's all direct drive to the steering column, and I love that thing. It's
pretty cool.
It definitely works out a lot better. And last but not least,
Ryan Tiny Horse Superman in the potty Johnson.
In the potty Johnson.
He's still talking too. That's freaking amazing. He's got a button on his wheel. Just presses it when he wants to say something. Keeps on going. That's
the mics cool. on the HMDs, the headsets that he's wearing, has a microphone directly underneath the headset, so it's in a great spot to pick up audio. And then he has headphones that are connected on the sides. You might not be able to see with his hair.
Well, these ladies, I mean, Kathy Joe's already woohoo Ryan. I mean, so you just went into her world. Hey, Kathy Joe, somebody's here next to me. You want to say hi, Kate?
Hi, Kathy Joe.
Well, I heard her today.
Hi, Sonia.
See, there you go. Katie has made it next to me while everybody is driving. There you go, Harold.
Here's our top 5 of the Brick 95 right now as we got going on, and they're all yellow because the next gen is leading the way.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was going to be a next gen track. Figured it was going to be a next gen track, that's for sure. All right. Well, now she's done heading upstairs, everybody. So
she's done.
She's done. You
got parties to go to tomorrow or something, don't you?
We do. I mean, I've got a gender reveal. I don't know whether I'm going to be a boy or a girl when I get there. I'm not sure. I'm hoping I figure it out by now. I'm 52, so you'd think I'd know by now, but I've been struggling with it. And then, and then Katie is going to a birthday party tomorrow. So, yeah.
All right, Dylan Clark out here pretty much all by himself. But, the trucks are breathing down his neck, though. And they're
hey, Harold, are you eating something?
No, I'm not. But, it's funny. Caution is out. I was going to say Dylan Clark is used to being chased by the trucks as he started in the truck series.
Yeah. He hasn't changed much. He's still always in front of the trucks by one car or another. So
right,
what do we got?
Let's find out what we got.
Okay.
So going to the replay.
Heading to the replay.
There's the number 1 of Ethan Michaels. Looks like Manwaring Humphreys and Adam Benefil involved in this. Ooh, that's Gitchell.
Gitchell's losing a little bit of the back end. And I was saying that earlier, that the Xfinity's cars do seem to be losing the back end a whole lot more.
I don't think that's what brought the caution. I'm going to see if I can get to that. It might have been Humphreys and Manwaring. Let's see if I can get to this. Whoa, somebody into the wall.
That's Adam Benefil hitting the 1. And then the 4. And, oh, my. That would be a caution. Yeah, that would be a caution. So we've got the 4, the 1, the 9, and the 56 is if I'm looking at it. So Nate Manwaring, you were right. Who we riding along with? Okay. Oh, he had nowhere to go. I mean, literally just had nowhere to go and then gets spun as he comes around.
Yeah, he's going backwards. Backwards, man. Isn't that how Bricky Bobby won that race?
Yep, backwards.
Yeah. And he's mad at Jamie McMurray, if I remember right?
I believe it was
Jamie Murray in the McDonald's car.
Yes. Yep.
And then number 1.
Winning is everything.
Back
With Ricky
when,
Bobby.
back when Jamie was in the one.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's quite a mess back there.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's coming down to the pits or has pitted. I can't tell which monster I'm drinking now. Goodness.
Oh, look at all that, like tandem.
Yep.
Sorry. Tandem. That's what I meant to say.
Tandem dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they have unlimited sets of tires, right?
I
Just to
believe that
refresh
is true.
people's idea and what goes on here.
50% fuel and unlimited tires.
There you go. Bo Ross with a great jump up out of the pits. He did, looks like 9.5 seconds.
That was
in
right
the
side
box.
tires only.
Yeah, right sides only. Taco did the same thing in 9.2. Keith being the first one off, he beat Bill Klingbeil with 4 new tires. And then Nate Johnson and Luke Tyler, yeah, that's terrible. Tyler Turtle Rush, Andy Turner, Kevin Bernheimer, and Ryan Tiny Horse Johnson.
You know,
all
Turtle Rush told me that that he said in chat earlier this week. He's like, Harold, can you do a digger cam? I said, well, some of my tracks do have digger cams. He
this
says,
one should, right?
And we do have one. We did use it as in turn 3, but he would like to change its name to the Turtle Cam, and he's going to provide us a character to call our own.
I saw that. That's awesome. I'd love to have a turtle cam. And Kathy Joe, enjoy your dinner.
Yep.
Time for her to go
I'm
eat.
working on that right now. Sorry, Kathy Joe.
It's not like they can't tell, Harold.
I mean, she didn't bring me no shells though.
She didn't?
Not yet.
Figured out what's wrong with my screen. Heck. I didn't superfy it.
Superfy it.
Yeah, you gotta hit the F11 button. All right, now I'm going into my caramel chews.
What?
My Getz's.
Your Getz's. Oh yeah, that's from Baltimore.
I get a giant bag delivered to me from Amazon.
Yeah, Lori likes them too, and she was tickled pink when we found out that it's on Route 40 in downtown Baltimore. The place that makes.
I'll just
those.
bring the Lost River with me. You can have them while we're there.
Okay. She loves them.
I love them too.
She really
Probably
likes
shouldn't
that. She really likes the tricolor coconut things.
Oh, I can't eat them. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right? That is like, was it chocolate, like Neapolitan coconut square looking thing? See, we're back on food again, Ken.
Adam, I didn't do it.
Hey.
Actually, I did do it.
I know. Bring me the tacos. So the crush, we got an orange crush up front. So Dylan Clark, you know, he's there in the midst of all these trucks. I really like that 7. That paint scheme Dave Gilbert has. He still got his Star Wars paint scheme on.
It's a special track. You should have it on there. Yep.
Yeah.
So there goes Star Wars.
And there they go. Up to the starter we go. The green flag in the air. We're going to get back underway with an hour and 22 minutes left.
If it was a minute 22, we're about to get exciting real fast. Oh, I forgot to make the sound. Here we go.
Somebody hit the wall.
I don't know how to make that sound.
He's like, oh, somebody's around. Smoke.
Yep. More than one. We got a couple back there that have found the wall.
Here's our turtle cam.
Turtle cam. Ooh, Tiny Horse almost hit our turtle cam. Ooh, the trucks are coming close. Ramsdale, the last one.
Let's see who was all in that. We had Adam Benefill, Josh McKinney, Caleb Ellswick, I believe, are all in that.
Oh, no.
Let's see if we can find it real quick here.
Oh, no. Caleb was up pretty far.
Well, let's see what it got here. I'm showing 4X incidents on the restart here. So we have the 71 Jorge Canales, the 97, that's Jeff Ramsdale.
Hmm.
So there's Caleb and the truck hero. Ooh, somebody got on the wall. That's the 11 machine.
That was the one we saw when I was making my sound.
There's the contact.
All right, so Caleb kind of touched
Josh
him.
McKinney.
Yeah, Josh McKinney sent off.
I wonder it was behind. But that's not.
He would have somebody else. Yeah, because they ended up hitting the wall.
Hmm. I thought I saw a spin somewhere else, though.
Spin right here. Like when they came off of here, they were going towards that, I thought.
No, maybe it's in the back. I'm trying to see if I can get back here. Maybe with Ramsdale. Or
I thought it was off the very
sorry.
beginning.
So,
I thought it was off the very beginning, the backside when they restarted.
well, this is,
Yeah, there's Benefield.
So Benefield got into that 11 car. That's what happened. The 11 spins, comes down the track.
Yeah, they both go to the wall.
Ooh, ouch.
Yep, that's what I was saying. See, they found the tire barrier. I was right.
So definitely, interesting already. One caution in and a decent sized wreck in that last little segment there. Did not bring out a caution, though.
But it did bring out a new car for Michaels and Humphreys and Benefield.
Nate Johnson fastest on the track now.
By the way, you were talking about the truck. It was Dave Desperios. That did not make it out.
Ah, yes. So, Keith Fonseca doing really good here today, showing muscle in that second spot, showing that he should still be yellow, which means playoff eligible.
He can be playoff spoiler though, can he? That car almost looks like it has eyes tonight.
Yeah.
When he comes around, see it? It's like a monster peeking out.
It's a Ford, isn't it?
No, he's driving a Chevy. A Chevy.
No. Okay. Tacos in the Ford. That's right. That's where my eyes are deceiving me.
Augie says he waters tomatoes, so that's good.
Got Dylan Clark again, and like I said, he's pretty much in a class all by himself. He's like, I'm going to call it the Dylan Clark class.
Well, the last couple of weeks, that's exactly what's happened. So, however, the one guy who typically ends up turning up at the last moment is going to be that 71 of Jorge Canales.
And he's up here on the back bumper of Jeff Ramsdale. Look for the second and third positions for the Xfinity Series. And, man, the trucks in a blanket for 4 spots. Herrig, Seidner, Wheeler, and Caleb Ellswick. Well, a lot of action going on around the track. We're trying to get to them all. Got Ethan Michaels here in the back of Tegan.
Now, did Ethan have to get... He did have to get a new one.
Yes, he did. So, John Humphreys also got a new one. So did Nathan Manwaring, Adam Benefill.
Yep.
So a couple drivers already receiving their spare truck, their spare car. So,
all right, so in YouTube, it's saying, let's be fair, why so far back the leaderboard is confusing? Well, the leaderboard's confusing because there's 3 different styles of vehicles out there.
why so far back? I mean, what are they asking the question of? But yes, the colors are yellow for the Nextel Cup cars. We can do that. So we can do that real quick. We can So we'll go this, make it help you out. There's yellow. And so now this is all the next gen cars, and they're running in that order right there.
Yep.
Okay, so then we can switch over to Dylan Clark, and then we will go to class number 2. And there are the 9 of the Xfinity Series running, with Clark, Ramsdale, and Canales leading the way, and we're looking at Dylan Clark. Right behind him is the truck. All right, why am I having problems switching now?
I don't know.
Like everything's froze on me here.
Uh-oh.
No. That happens when I do that. I don't like it. Makes it mad. So there's Dylan Clark. There's Corey Herrigs, and I was able to switch. I had to do a refresh or something because it's like locked up.
So Corey Herriage is in the 12 truck there. Garrett Seidner in the 50 truck. Matthew Wheeler in the 60 behind him, and then Caleb Ellswick. They're all running 13 through 16. Okay, explain it to me like I'm 5. I don't get it. What? Okay, let me ask this question. What are you? You do understand there's 3 different cars, or 3 different cars out there, 3 different types of cars. So you have the Xfinity, the Cup, and the Truck Series. Oh my! Just bounced off the wall back there. We're just breaking it down by Xfinity is yellow, or Xfinity is red, Cup is yellow, Truck is blue. So when you're looking at the full leaderboard, yellow means that they are in the new next-gen Cup cars. You see red, they are in Xfinity Series cars, and then the blue is going to be the Truck Series.
And it's also in their fin. Like you can
it is in their fin.
The spoilers here, like the trucks there, you see they're blue.
And then the other thing is the leaderboard is showing you the overall, but we have to break it down for you every once in a while in order to
make sure we get everybody.
Yeah, we want to make sure the Xfinity guys, we can tell them where they're going to be, where those guys are racing. Again, this group of trucks is very important because there are playoffs on the line here to go to the next round. So that's pretty good too. And then there you see it, Harold's got it back up again. So.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I had to do a couple refreshes here, but yeah. Multi-class racing, so it's like IMSA meets NASCAR.
Yeah, except we don't have Porsches, Lamborghinis, and BMWs. But
IMSA meets multi-class.
Harold, I know what you said. I was just trying to point out we didn't have Porsches, Lamborghinis, and BMWs. That's all.
Oh my!
I want one. I was driving my Porsche earlier.
And oh my!
Yeah.
That's what I keep wanting to hear when you're saying like Porsches and Ferraris and Lamborghinis. Oh my!
Yes. Well, it doesn't flow quite. Whoa, Mr. Johnson, bring that thing back in. Nate Johnson got around Keith Fonseca, then got loose right in front of Keith. Good job by both of them to not cause any damage. He's still a little loose, which is weird because the next gen cars don't typically get loose, but here he goes. He's trying to go for the lead.
Right, yeah. And 3 minutes left in stage 1.
Wow, makes the pass on Taco Gorman. I'll be all right. Dang you guys and your paint schemes. I said it wasn't going to bother me, but it's throwing me off. And you guys sometimes. Daggone it. I love you guys. I'm lying. Whoa, Nate Johnson. I'm telling you, Johnson is just sliding all over the place right now. He's stupid fast, though, that's for sure.
Loose is fast. I heard that
Loose
before.
Is fast. Yeah, I think Tom Cruise said it.
Okay.
He was referring to his first girlfriend. I don't know. Something like that.
Dylan Clark. Wow. Moving on to something that won't get us in trouble. Dylan Clark is leading the Xfinity Series. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did we successfully confuse the person that was asking about the multi-class racing?
Well, they're not happy with Indy, so it says Indy is terrible. Why are they racing here? I actually love the Indy Oval.
The Brickyard, but now they were at Indy Road Course in the beginning of the season.
Yep, that was terrible. That was a nightmare.
So,
3 classes running on the same oval is just, they're on the same, yeah, it's just crazy. They did Watkins Glen really, really well, but The Indy course is not. The Indy course is built for Formula One. Let's just be honest. It's tight. It's
well, so is Coda,
racing.
but you said you think that's going to be a good run. So,
But you see, Coda is a little wider. Coda is a F1 track, yes. However, the people at Coda who designed it thought ahead by adding. Somewhere in the back of their minds they're going, okay, IMSA run is going to be great here, but man, when they get that new car, that's going to run pretty good too. And I think it's been good. This year's Coda was really good. So I argue what we want, but or last year's Coda or whatever it was. I'm just saying.
It was Dinger and Chastain.
There you go. That I thought was some of the best racing. So
well, it was definitely a very interesting ending to a race. So right here we got Johnson, Gortman, Fonseca, Smith, and the other Johnson. All coming up, about 40 seconds left in stage one. As you see these guys leading the way here, and wow, a lot of sliding around, as you're saying. We did not check the weather. Maybe we need to do that because that might really mess them up. Butt kickers, Brickyard 95, mostly cloudy, 72 in the air, 85 on the track, humidity 34%, and winds are barely there. So it's all maybe a little bit of slick from the little warmer tires, but not that bad. But I would think they'd be kicking around like that. But these guys are definitely the handful.
Well, I think they're just putting it down. They're just hammered down right now, and they're going to try to race to the line. Somebody get the lead point here. Caution is coming out now as our leaders are coming that way, and they're hammered down, and it's still going to be Nate Johnson, but Taco Gortman was doing everything he could to get to that yellow flag first. So Nate Johnson, Taco Gortman, Luke Smith, Ryan Johnson, and Keith Fonseca are going to finish that out in the top 5 there. And my ATVO is now not catching up. All right, so this will bring all of them in. They'll get all new tires. The nice thing about this, Harold, is the length of this track will not lend to people losing laps unless they're just having trouble. Right now, Benefield is a lap down because he's had trouble. Matthew Kopp and Thomas Teagan are a lap down. But typically it's a long track.
Yep.
And these guys are able to.
But we have that rule in split decision though that they'll all get, as long as they're only a lap behind their race leader, they get the wave around. So that all of those cars will be waived. Thomas Teagan, Kopp, and Benefield.
Gotcha.
So leading the points for stage 1 was the 88 Nate Johnson, then Taco, Luke Kremit, and the 38 of Ryan Johnson, and then Keith Fonseca.
Yep.
And in the Xfinity series, we had, of course, the 34 of Dylan Clark, the 71 of Jorge Canales, Jeff Ramsdale, and the 4 of Humphreys, the 48 of Michael Gitchell. That was our top 5. Trucks were the 60 of Wheeler, the 50 of Garrett Seidner, the 1 of Ethan Michaels, the 25 of Larry Bruner, and the number 12 of Corey Harrigs. And as we're getting back off of pit lane, looks like Nate's going to continue to keep the lead over Taco and Luke.
Adam Benefield had an issue when he came off the jacks. He rolled back and then had to re-roll forward to get his tires done again. So that's a little bit of a bad time right there. But Dylan Clark will come off the pit lane first for Xfinity, so he's going to maintain that. Matthew Wheeler and Garrett Seidner are coming off for the trucks. All right, Kermit is doing something, giving us the Chewbacca look. Now he's talking. There we go. All right.
I almost feel like I'm going to get seasick.
Yeah.
See that? Oh. Almost like angels rocking my car.
Anything else exciting happen here? I'm just looking over So there are 4 people that are showing a lap down, Larry Bruner being the other one. Yes, Luke, we're looking at you. What are you drinking, Luke? That looks like...
It looks like it's gone, whatever it was.
Whatever it was, it's gone.
It's going, gone. See,
So
now
he's
that's a true Fanatec driver there. He's got the, the Fanatec. What's he wearing on his shirt? It's not, I thought it was Fanatec on his shirt, but I guess not. But he's wearing racing gloves. Now, I wear not that thick of them. I wear kind of like work gloves when I race. Nothing like that.
I don't wear any gloves. Probably should, but I don't drive
Well,
it.
those wheels are flocked, so you don't want to get the material to come off the oils. Of your hand can get on them and mess them up. So,
all right, he's off now.
all right, so
Here comes Adam. Adam's gonna grab his lap. Yep.
now Larry Bruner showing 2 laps down, still on pit lane.
Going pit lane. Yep.
So he will not get his lap back.
Well, everyone that needed to got it. What is the brown smoke? Like I see
Like they
that.
grabbed the dirt. Somebody hit the grass. Picked the dirt up.
They need to stop doing that, Harold.
Then they did it on purpose. So the pace car is taking forever. Somebody needs to tell him it's time to go racing.
So no Chip Kelly tonight, just so everybody knows.
Oh no.
Yeah, no Chip Kelly. Not sure how many are viewing on YouTube because it's not showing me. 12, there we go. 12 are on YouTube.
Wow.
I've got showing 9 on Facebook. So we should be sharing it right about now. You know what? We're in I think it's time to do a little thumbs. Okay, this is not letting me do that properly. There we go. There you go.
I see the hearts going. There you go.
There you go. All right. Well,
So the 1 to go signal's been put on for the pace car, and I'm not sure. It seems like Taco in his car for some reason continues to throw brown smoke, but I haven't seen him go through the dirt in a while, so I'm not sure how he's able to do that. Thus, the track's supposed to be that dirty, but I wouldn't think after this many laps it would be. Looks like the lights are back on the pace car. They were not ready.
not ready.
So right now we got 23 minutes before the next stage break at 40 minutes to go, and then we'll run it to the end. And right now, I mean, look, the top four drivers that are trying to get in are Johnson, Gortman, Smith, and Johnson. I don't think I saw Kayla McCarthy here at all tonight.
I did not. I don't see her on the list, so no.
So that would mean, I'm trying to think who our other driver is. Bernheimer, I believe. Yes, Kevin Bernheimer is the driver trying to race his way basically into the top four to get that next race to be in the final four going into Chicagoland. And then wherever you place is what you get. So the top four drivers will be trying to be the first one to cross the line to bring home the championship. So just like the NASCAR format, first of the four to cross gets the championship, the race within the race. And then the race itself, first one across, of course, gets the big trophy and gets to burn them down on the victory lane as we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. About 21 minutes remaining in stage two. They're driving the wrong direction is what Landon says. Well, compared to the Indy road course, yes. And that's what I think. Didn't Jimmy Johnson say something about driving backwards was something that was really messing with his mind?
Jimmy's getting old. Lots of things can mess with Jimmy's mind. So.
Well, you say, that going, turning right and left on Indy is weird to begin with, but, the pits being to the right side of the track, it's, instead of the left side of the track. And
all right, real quick again. Hold on. Larry just popped up on Twitch asking a question about all the colors. So, Larry, real quick, rundown is yellow. Anytime you see a yellow on the ticker, that's going to be a cup car. Anytime you see red, red is going to be
in this section here.
Yeah, okay. Yellow in that section. Any yellow is going to be cup cars. Any red that you see, Ramsdale, Clark, Gitchell, any red you see is Xfinity, and then any of the blue that you see in the standings or in the ticker, that's going to be trucks. There are 3 different cars running. Sun is out, by the way. The grandstand's giving a big shadow down the front stretch. And there you see Ramsdale coming as fast as he can out of the pits and trying to catch up to everybody before they take the green. And there is the green flag. Mr. Johnson gets a good jump, and we're not talking about the Johnson that everybody roots for right away, but we're talking about Nathan Johnson, one of the Johnson & Johnson brothers. There you go. Absolutely, Larry. Absolutely, no problem. And then truck seems to be, is Matthew okay? He looked like he was running a little slow, but it could just be everybody coming up to speed.
He's leading right now, actually.
Yeah. I just thought it didn't look like he got a good jump right away, so a couple cars got around him pretty quick, but the Xfinity cars should be able to kind of power through. The truck
Gitchell moving.
Yeah. Watch him for just a moment.
They're saying the Xfinity Series seems like a very loose race car. You're seeing the back ends move around a lot on the Xfinity Series tonight.
But we did catch it. We did catch a lot of that also. The Cup guys, when they were running at the last bit before the 110 mark, that a lot of those guys were sliding too. Johnson, our leader right now, Nate's been passed, but Nate, when he was leading, had a back end that was just sliding around them as well. Whoa! Hold on to it. Gitchell does a great job of saving that. Ellswick's going to come through that, try to get around Matthew Wheeler and use that little incident to get him to the lead.
Keith Fonseca moving up on Andy Turner up here in the front group of the next gen cars. This is for the 6th spot.
Whoa, Ryan trying to take the draft away. Yep. Oh, comes around Nate Johnson. So Johnson & Johnson will not be delivering the prescription today. All right. Jim is now active. That's good. Welcome, Jim. So nice to see you're active this evening. And it looks like Taco Gortman has put it down and started to drive away. Dave Gilbert's car does really jump out, doesn't it, Harold?
Yeah, it does. Look at that blue. The wheels definitely.
Yeah. Well, and the sun went out earlier, so it's definitely looking different as we go in. There you see Dylan Clark in the beautiful One to Go Studios.
So we have a truck that has disconnected. Ethan Michaels done for the night.
He's just not had the brakes. It just every time, and he's fast. That's the funny thing, man. Is he ever quick? But all right, now they're lining up into the conga line, way back in the back.
B. Dun 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 dun. Actually, Larry, his parents didn't name him Taco. His actual name is Lucas, but he goes by Taco. Kermit the Frog is usually on his race car, and Luke Smith is known as Kremit, which is the purple-looking frog. And they messed us up today by flipping their paint schemes, even though we said it wasn't going to mess us up.
So we've got some people on YouTube. So List Me Fairy Now does not. He thinks this show stinks, that's cool. And then we got Bing Bong, we got Mike Honcho, we got Harry Cool. Don't know. These guys seem to know each other. But
Taco, we see right here, he's in the orange crutch with the purple cremate. So they messed up. They say that their hauler crew messed up the cars.
gotcha.
That's what they're going with. Man, he has stretched it out. He's at 1.7 seconds. He knows something nobody else does.
No, he's just he got a good run, and once he's out in clean air, he's been rolling it. So
rolling.
So apparently I'm a toad now because his name is Fairy, which I get, but it has something in front of it. That's cool. Whatever. The guys in YouTube, they're having fun on their own, and we'll just stay focused here. Wow.
A couple people in Twitch talking. We have a person said he'd like tacos, so I'm like, cool.
All right. Well, I'm just going to stop watching that there. Let's exit out. Okay. There we go. All right. Caleb Ellswick moving up there on the inside of Gitchell.
Trying to get some separation.
He only had the 12-point lead over the last truck, so he definitely has to turn something in on this race. Over on Twitch, there apparently like tacos, so that's a good.
Yeah, I like tacos, man. Well, we keep telling our drivers that these guys that supposedly have, restaurant sponsors and stuff, that, the booth gets lonely and we get hungry.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to affect us because we haven't had them.
I know, really.
But the running down looks like the Xfinity cars,
Caution.
Harold. All right.
Just as you started talking, caution.
I know. I have that way. So Dylan Clark, Jorge Canales, Josh McKinney, they were all bunched up together. That's Caleb, right?
Yep. Caleb, Kopp, Teagan, Ellswick, Humphrey, Seidner. There's Humphrey. See the four. Ooh. Wow. There's our wow. Ooh.
And the trucks just kept. See, that's what's happening. I mean, these guys are bunched together, and one of them makes the mistake. It's going to take out more than one of each group.
Well, keep an eye on the 4 and how he enters. He's going to hit that rumble strip. That's what basically upsets his car. And Caleb was trying to, use him as a side draft and gets collected.
But he does have a truck. He does have a fast repair. Most of those guys that were in it, other than Matt Kopp, I'm not sure if he didn't already use his from the first time around. So
I think Matt Kopp already did use his, like you said. There are people coming. Caleb Ellswick went into the pits already, and he said he does have a fast repair. He's the only one currently of the leaders that are on pit lane, the number 66.
yeah, he'll use the fast repair this time around. Everybody else will just get fuel and tires and see if they can keep pace with Taco, who suddenly has gotten much faster this second time around. So
Race control, noting the 4 and 66 getting into one another, hasn't really issued who is it, or who is responsible, I guess. The best way to say that. Ellswick goes down a lap here.
Caleb just finally made it to his pit box. His car was really messed up, so.
There's a new truck now. It's a lap down as well.
Well, apparently the guys in YouTube don't like your camera work, Harold, and along with a lot of other things. So
Cool.
we've got a lot of new guys that are very, very excited about what we're doing right now, and they can clearly love our programming as they follow along. But if you guys want to keep going, if anybody else has any of that, you know, YouTube is the place to go. There's plenty of people up there that
Constructive criticism, or
well,
just...
yeah, it is what it is. I don't.
Okay,
I mean, I guess what I'm gonna do when I go, I'll go to bed tonight and sleep just like I did last night. So doesn't affect me. We've been called to do this, so we're gonna do it, and I don't have to make everybody happy, I guess. But
Hey, you know,
the people,
yeah, I was just wondering if the guys that are talking about camera work are like, hey,
that's just video game. They said it looks like video games, and
yeah,
you know.
it is a video game. But I thought, you know, I mean, come on now, if you want to show a video game, let's go back to Dirt to Daytona. I mean, that looks like a video game. This is pretty good, I thought, as far as
I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah,
I honestly wouldn't worry about it.
As far as camera angles go, you know, we're working on some things to get more cameras like an actual NASCAR circuit would have, you know.
Yep.
But right now, not really. Yeah,
It's
there
all
was
good.
an issue on pit lane, as Larry and Twitch talked about. Not sure, but race control is going to work that out. So, just so everybody knows the way the rules work, they have a race controller as Josh Sauce, and me and Ken, we just call the race. We don't have to worry about any of that.
Absolutely. Well,
We might we might have an opinion every once in a while, but
No.
not my responsibility to set down the law. I don't have to wear the zebra stripes or nothing.
has he said anything as regard to that last? Or are we still?
It says right now that he's gonna. I guess he's gonna review it after the race, is what it looks like,
Fair
and
enough.
make a determination. But he has not assessed it at this time. But hey, you know, I'd rather him say I don't know, you know, than make a definitive answer and not be right, you know.
All right, so this time around, the pace car will be leaving, and guys will get back to the action.
And we'll have about 9 minutes left until stage break number 2.
He will be diving off on the next, coming off this corner, and we'll get back to racing. Taco Gortman with Luke on his outside, and then Andy Turner and Jorge Canales has made his way back up, just like I said he would. So, pace car dips away. These guys will be going green in just a moment. There we go.
We're back under green flag conditions with about 8.5 minutes left to go. The top 3 right there on your screen. And Jorge Canales, the top Xfinity Series driver in the 71, as we see Mr. Bill Klingbeil underneath him. And right behind him is Tyler Turtle Rush.
That's a gaggle right there. You got all kinds of Klingbeil trying to go. Turtle Rush pushing on the outside. Keith Fonseca, these guys got to watch it going down into this next turn.
Yeah, these 90-degree turns, like the odd, the 1 and 3 are really tight, and then you have to get the car wound up a little bit through the short chutes, and in the evens, the 2 and 4, you can kind of power the car off.
Yeah.
Definitely a unique racetrack. Whoa, a little contact between Tyler the Turtle Rush and Gilbert. And you see it windy, get pushed up to the fence.
He's going to crash soon. He's got to watch himself. He was on the back of Jorge Canales as well, so Turtle Rush having a time trying to get around cars.
Twitch asking if criticism was the criticism ever constructive. You know, I take everything I see as suggestions, and being in the military a long time like I was, I tend to sort out those things that are not constructive and those that are, and plan accordingly.
Yeah, well, The guy's over there. You can look at it later.
I'm not. Yeah, it's fine.
The group we typically have is they're still watching, so I'm not too concerned about what's going on. But
we've been talking in chat with the drivers, and they've had a lot of suggestions.
Dylan Clark,
whoa!
That's not a good thing right there.
Tied
Dylan
him
Clark
up.
does not need that.
Ouchity ouch. See if we can go back to that while we're under green here. So Jorge Canales and Clark coming across this bricks there. Clark down low. And come drifting, and well, I don't know. It's hard to say. Was that, net code or?
So Dylan went down, could not hold the car coming through the turn. Just kept coming up. Clearly, Jorge was trying to move out of the way, but clipped him on the back end as he came off that wall. So, I looked like a little bit of a racing deal to me, but you drive your car down in there and expect it to hold. It just didn't in that case, and he comes up, taps Canales, and goes from there. So
number 4 takes the lead for the Xfinity Series with Michael Gitchell and now Adam Benefiel in the 3rd position. Trucks Matthew Wheeler leading the way in the number 60. And it looks like Corey Herrigs and Thomas Teagan. So there's our race leader currently. That is Taco Kermit Gortman. The Kermit the Frog. That's why he's got the green headphones, I bet.
I'm done watching YouTube. They can talk to themselves all night long. I don't care.
All right. And then there's Luke. That's right behind him. And they're talking back and forth.
So what would have typically played out is exactly what's played out tonight. The Cup cars are just going to get around here a lot better. They can long run it. They have more horsepower to kind of get them down the straightaways. But the Xfinity guys, man, they are sliding left, right. The back ends are all over the place. And then you see Matthew Boston Wheeler there in the 14th position driving. His son giving him, and that's just beautiful. He's got 3 sets of rabbit ears on it, and so that's impressive. He looks like a deer that might have just maybe lived near a nuclear plant or something.
He's completely into what he's doing, though.
Behind him.
Concentration.
Kids know what's going on behind him, so that's pretty cool.
And then we got Adam Benefiel. There's Adam.
It's gotten dark there. Good.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And so so Taco back up here the lead here with 3 minutes left in session in the second segment or second stage. And we have 11 of the Cup cars up front, and then we have Humphreys and Michael Gitchell for the Xfinity Series, the 2 there, and then Matthew Wheeler amongst those, and then Adam Benefiel and Jeff Ramsdale. So the trucks and the Xfinity Series keep seeming like they work around. So,
well, Dylan Clark did not take a car yet, so
really?
He's still running on the same car he had. I'm surprised he's not a lap down. But he is 22 seconds behind, so.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's his plan here. Maybe try to stay on the lead lap and get another car.
40. Yeah, he's going to go to the 40 mark when they throw the caution. He'll fix the truck then and come back out with a brand new ride, and he'll be fine. As long as he can stay on the lead lap, it shouldn't harm him at all. And it looks like he's doing fine as far as time. I mean, he's running 3 seconds slower, but they're not going to catch him in time to put him a lap down. So.
Stage points are important, and it's going to keep him out of the stage points for stage 2.
It is, yeah, because it's top 5, but by doing what he's doing, though, at least he's going to be able to get in, get the tires on, get a new car, and get out there and do something about it. So that's good for him. I'm glad he was able to stay out. But and then Jorge Canales is also still out there running it, even after what happened to him. So they're all going to be able to stay. Richard Crane is running pretty far back as well. But again, in another minute, they're going to be able to fix that, and everybody comes in. So
that's right. So Johnson and Fonseca had earlier been up in the top 3 predominantly the entire first segment.
I'm wondering what happened to the car. Why suddenly he's not up there? But he did have a great car in the first run.
Must not like the tires that he got, I guess. I mean, whatever y'all do, put scuffs on these things, man. I don't like those.
There we see Humphrey in front of Gitchell. Those two are quite a ways ahead, and then you have Ramsdale and Benefiel in the 9. Again, Benefiel is on has already used his car, so at this point he's going to have to be very careful as he runs along.
So that's the 40-minute mark has transpired. Taco Gortman, Luke Smith, Ryan Johnson, Bernheimer, and Turner. The Cup top 5: Humphrey, Gitchell, Ramsdale, Benefiel, and Nathan Manwaring for the Xfinity Series. Matthew Wheeler, Corey Herrigs, Thomas Teagan, Garrett Seidner, and Larry Bruner for the trucks. As we are now in the stage break for stage 2. Up next will be the final stage to the checkered flag with less than 40 minutes left of racing. So Ken, I mean, we've put away just over half of this thing. The 95 minutes has gone away, so 55 minutes have gone. And we've seen the Xfinity Series having a very loose rear end around this place.
Yeah, Xfinity, for whatever reason, does not seem to be hooked up like the trucks and the Cup cars. But they don't seem to be slowing down either. They're running pretty decent times. I mean, considering what they're up against, they're running pretty decent times. And to kind of be there where they are, especially Gitchell and Humphrey, that says a lot for their abilities to handle these cars. The trucks are what the trucks are. They're not going to be able to handle the same speed as everybody else has out there. But again, Dylan Clark stayed on the lead lap. He's going to get the benefit of getting a new car now. And some of these guys that needed the repairs, they're going to get them.
Everybody coming down, gonna get fresh set of tires, pack it full of gas, and get back out on the racetrack.
All 50% full of gas.
Yes, you're right, 50%. And you want to make sure you get all 50%.
It would be good, yeah.
We haven't talked about that in a while, but I mean, you had a nice conversation with Chris Buescher's gas man, didn't you? Or the Jack Man? Was the Jack Man?
I had a conversation with the Jack Man when we were there, and just kind of the things that he goes through, the tape markings that they put down in the boxes, the amount of practice that they do, and where they ultimately want Chris, when he comes into the pits, where they ultimately want him to stop and land. And it's pretty neat to watch him set it up. The gas guy, those guys don't talk about much because basically they snatch those big giant tanks up, slam them into the car, hand it over the wall and grab another one and kind of go. So there's they're a little different breed of animal down there in the pits. But every guy I talk to, even in other groups other than Chris's, most of them pretty good, fun to talk to. They're busy guys, though. I mean, they've got a lot to do when they're down there in the pits, and a lot of things going on that kind of keep their attention. The one thing I did notice, every rig had it, and I thought that was pretty cool, was they have this thing sticking off the box where they can load a wheel on, hit it, take it off, load it, hit it, take it off. That was pretty neat, especially with the one lug nut that I hadn't seen. Xfinity, they're still hitting the 5 lug nuts. But with the one lug nut on there, it was pretty good to watch them do it in practice, and it was amazing to see just exactly. They had to put it on right, Harold. If they missed it, there was no getting it done right. It was going to strip it, or it just wasn't going to lock. So, I got to see quite a bit on Sunday before we got rained out, and then Monday again I was back down there, and a little different atmosphere when it's a rain day. However, Coach Gibbs did show up, so it's kind of good to see him there. You see Caleb flying by as he gets his lap back. That leaves just Matthew Kopp and Josh McKinney. Josh McKinney's 8 laps down, but he's still going, and then Matthew Kopp is a lap down in the trucks. Everybody else is now back on the lead lap.
So you talk about like where the car wants to be. So with the Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano crew issue there, I went back and looked at it, and Denny has to, the crew can't be just hanging out in pit lane any old willy way they want to. They have to stay near the car into a way, and I'm sure Denny wasn't aiming for the guy's foot.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. Denny did apologize. He didn't, he definitely said that was not his intention, was to hit the guy. But, they're also driving, 3,900-pound vehicles, trying to stop those on a dime. It's one thing to try to maneuver around all that goes on in those pit lanes. And if you haven't been on a pit lane to kind of get an idea of how tight it really is.
Oh, yeah. I noticed that Logano, that his car was out a little bit. He wasn't in up against the wall. He was kind of bit out, like where his guy was, where the pit lane changes, like from that concrete to asphalt. That guy was kind of hanging out there, a little bit. So.
Well, again, unfortunately, it's hard to see out of those windows. It's hard to see everybody's leg and foot and everything hanging out there. So. I mean, I don't know that I wouldn't hit somebody too, and not intentionally, but it's just now that I've been able to experience being on pit lane, now that I've been able to see just exactly how much space. Dover's a prime example of not a whole lot of space. Yep. So once you pull out of your box, you're literally got a lane and a half, and there's a lot of contact that goes on for those guys coming out of the pit box. Something like Indy here, it's long. It's 2 or 3 cars can kind of go down the pit lane. Pocono's similar to that. It has the long front wide stretch. So there are some tracks, but when you get into these smaller tracks, when you get into your miles and your half-mile tracks and 3/4,
Bristol,
I mean,
Bristol's you got a front stretch and a back stretch. So's Martinsville.
I remember Bristol. I mean, when even back before they reconfigured and redid and just really upgraded. I mean, it would take forever for you to drive around because you had to literally drive around the entire pit lane.
Now they made it where you only have to enter in the side that your car is on. So
life's a lot easier.
Front back to back, But that's the dual. They call that dual pit lanes at Bristol. Relatively new. But we're getting ready to go back to green flag here at 32.5 left in the race, with the Kermit Kremit brothers leading the way. Johnson & Johnson on the outside, as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag.
Kevin Bernheimer's stuffed in there too, and he's trying to do everything he can to make sure he's up there. But how many points was he out when we started the day?
I'd have to pull it back up. I did not.
Within 7, I would guess. The closest we had, of course, was the Truck Series. The Truck Series was.
Yeah, Truck Series was really tight. So Gortman out quick with Tiny Horse and Smith battling it out for the second spot.
Ryan Johnson, I think, is going to try at this point. We're at 31 minutes to go. My guess is Ryan Johnson, if he's going to make moves, is going to be now. He's going to start working towards the front. If he has the car to catch Taco Gortman, then he'll do it. But certainly,
not sure if he really needs to. I mean, like we said, he was pretty secure. Yeah.
I understand, but it's also Ryan Johnson who likes to. Yeah. He does like to win. So if you can get it, then he's going to get it. But there you see him fanning out again as they come down the front. There's Ryan Johnson now on his VR headset driving down into turn 1. At least at this point, he can see Taco Gortman. I mean, the way Lucas has been driving, you're lucky if you even see him in your mirror or front window. So,
yeah, I'm looking at his race wheel. This is interesting because he usually had Indy with the older car. It's the other car, not the next gen, because I'm not much experience in the next gen. But I do have a lot of Delari, Tom, here. Usually you set that wheel and you hold it and set the wheel again. But watch coming out of the corners how he basically has to go right, left real quick, almost like he's catching a slide.
They were doing it earlier. I mean, when they were showing it earlier, Nate Johnson's back end was sliding. So maybe that's exactly what it is. It's a matter of a little hiccup right there, and then he brings it back around, and then he comes off and straightens it up. So see what he does here. He comes down in. Again, little wiggle, and then boom, right back out onto it. So good catcher, Harold. Luke Smith now up into 3rd place. So the Smith boys are going after it.
The trucks are leading the way over the X cars.
That's Matthew Wheeler getting around Heritage. Corey Heritage is right now, so. Dylan Clark has quickly climbed. He is now in front of Garrett Seidner, and he is coming after Ramsdell and Benefiel, and they are right in front of him. So new car, new wheels, new everything. It's time for him to go, and he's not going to wait long. There you see Bill Klingbeil pulling off the fastest lap. How about that? 52.050.
Watch his hands. Adam Benefiel showing us how the Xfinity cars, how loose they are.
Yep, you can see it back on. Wow. And you can see it's all in-car camera shows as well. Exactly what he's doing. What you're seeing, he's kind of just holding it. Ramsdell underneath him, trying to keep a straight wheel, going back down into the turn. I mean, you almost have to give it up and then try to catch him the next time around or get him coming down. But there you see Dylan Clark out his left side, going to try to run him down that stretch, see what he can do and catch him in before he gets to turn 1. There you see him
big
slide
battle
up.
with the Xfinity cars now.
Yep. Dylan Clark brought Thomas Teagan along in the 13 truck as well, so he's picking up the pace as well. Up front, Taco Gortman's got that 1.3 second lead. Lucas right behind Ryan Johnson, so that's going to heat up here in just a moment. There you see Dylan Clark's going to go for the lead in the Xfinity, slides it up, maybe slid a little too hard, but nope, Jeff Ramsdell is going to have to fall in behind, and he will just pull away at this point, I would assume, because he is just currently flying as far as Dylan Clark's time goes, or speed goes. Wheeler hasn't been able to shake Corey Heritage yet, and they've been running around each other the whole time. Again, these trucks are close as far as playoff points, so every little spot matters, especially when there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 points between all of them. So.
Andy Turner way back here in the 15th spot. He's the lowest of the next-gen cars in that 35. But man, the 13 all over the back of Mr. Benefiel.
He's gonna make that. Yeah, he's gonna make that car slide, taking the back air off of him as Adam goes into those turns and comes off of them. Gonna cause him some headaches. There you see Andy Turner down underneath of Jeff Ramsdell as he pulls around. Turner, the only car so far that is not up there with the others, but he is currently working his way back up around. He'll be getting by Dylan Clark here in just a moment, trying to work his way back up to the other Cup cars. There you see him diving down now. Oh, Luke has caught Tiny Horse. Can't quite put the pass on him there. Again, 1.3, Harold. He's still within view, but as you said, it's not like he has to push himself. But we all know that Ryan likes to win, so I'm not surprised in that 1.2 seconds with Luke pushing him. And again, Bill Klingbill has a great car today. He's been fast, so he can get around these guys. Maybe he has something for Lucas. This is 2, 3, and 4.
2, 3, and 4.
3 and 4.
Well, Matthew Wheeler's got a little bit of set Andy Turner as a pick between him and Corey Herrigs in the truck series.
His truck seems to be running really smooth tonight. He hasn't had a whole lot of problems. He's stayed out of trouble. He's not had to, to add anything or do anything to his truck. So good night for Matthew Wheeler right now. And here's where Andy will clear him. And now he can go after Bo Ross, who is currently in 10th. But there's about 4 seconds between them. So it'll take 3.5 seconds between them. So there'll be a while before he gets to him.
Gitchell trying to work on the trucks here as he gets underneath Ellswick and trying to get past Thomas Teagan.
Oh,
whoa, I see smoke. A truck.
Got a truck down in
That's
there. And
Matthew Wheeler.
Yeah, that's Matthew Wheeler down in the
lead.
grab.
I wonder what happened there. Let's check that out if we can get it to it. It did not bring out a caution, but Wheeler up here. So that Corey Herrigs and Wheeler on lap 63 had contact. Look, Andy Turner may have been involved as well.
Andy clears them. I don't know why. He's going to clear him right here. So this is coming into turns out of 3. What's that? 1 and 2. Excuse me. I'm sorry. 1 and 2 comes down the backstretch. I wonder if Herrigs doesn't gets a good run here, and just as they go into the turn, if he doesn't just have too much momentum.
Uh-oh, looks like Turner up into the wall, and he's going to come down and collect these guys. That's what happened.
Wow.
So,
wow, he got him pretty good, too.
And no caution.
And he got him really good. All right, so back up front, Ryan Johnson has pulled within 0.4 of a second, so he has turned up the heat on him. April has chimed in and said, go get him, Tiny Horse. Well, it looks like he has listened to you, April. He is on his way to the front. But they'll have one more stop. So
Jorge Canales now moving himself up there, trying to get in with the other X cars. They got Clark, Ramsdale, Humphrey, now Canales. And coming up here is Adam Benefield in the back of the number 12. It's Corey Herrigs. He's all by himself with the truck out there. You got to go back to Thomas Teagan. Probably about a good second back there. And now you got all these cars evasive action here on the front stretch.
Caleb Ellswick's trying to get to those trucks in front of him because the leader of the trucks is right there. So now the Xfinity's cleared them, he can get within striking distance now. And there you see Thomas Teagan's gotten around Herriges. And I'll be honest, there's no way that there's no way that Corey's truck is working 100%. I mean, he got hit pretty good. There's a lot of damage on the front end, so it's got to be playing a part of this. But this is getting to be a mess because of the Xfinity cars in front of them.
Right. So Ellsworth looking for a way to get around the 13. Benefield trying to stay out of the way. Thomas Teagan all over the back grill. I don't see any damage on the 13 actually, but he got lucky and escaped that. Even though he was hit pretty hard. People coming down pit lane right now.
Adam Benefield just trying to get out of the way right now, but he's just going to hold on. He's going to clear him again and go down into 1 and 2.
No, Teagan taking the outside of Benefield, bringing Corey. I mean,
I want to go to the
bringing
front.
Caleb with him.
I want to go up to the front. Ryan Johnson's now 0.2 of a second off as well. There you see him coming down to the inside. He's going to sit on his backside down the front stretch. Maybe try to make the move if he can keep him close enough. Make the move going into 1 and 2. He's going to stay right on his tail, but he's actually reeled him in pretty quickly, Harold.
That worked pretty good. Justin Gibbs has reconnected.
Wow.
So it's taken this long for him to get his power back on.
Oh, there
Bad
you go.
night
Inside.
for Justin Gibbs. Here comes the tiny horse around Kermit. Like almost a drag strip. Definitely longer than a drag strip, though.
Yep. All right, well, since Larry's gone from Twitch and he's going to watch paint dry, I'll go ahead and close Twitch out too, because honestly,
Nothing really going on there. Got it.
nothing going on there either. So goodbye, guys. Thank you so much for the in-depth things going on, and we'll just close that out altogether as well. All right. So Facebook, you are the only ones that are currently talking, and since you're typically our followers, thank you. We've obviously, Harold and I have changed some people's moods lately, haven't we, Harold?
I guess. Maybe we're like an acquired taste.
Apparently, some of that stuff is getting pretty.
Hey, I'm like Kyle Busch. You either love to hate me or love me.
Yeah.
I got no middle ground.
I call these because I like them. I call these because I have a good time with them. But I'll be honest, you know, with the things that are going on in my life and what's happening to my wife, I don't give a rip what anybody says. Either you can listen to me or you don't have to. You can tell me how bad I suck. That's all good. But when I get off of here, I'm going to sleep and I ain't going to worry about you. So all the best to you guys. I know who's watching us and who's following us, and it's on them. So I don't really care. But
Hey, you know what? Ryan Tiny Horse is winning.
yeah, surprise. And everywhere the women.
Oh!
So what does it look like from the camera of the leader? Huh? That's what it looks like. Oh, little squiggle there.
Right, he's going to come down pit lane.
Yep.
Hey, well, actually, good shot here for the going down pit lane. On board with the number 38, Ryan Johnson, who gives up the lead to Bill Klingbill here with 17:50 to go. As you see him come down to his pit there and his box, his guys will come around and he'll be able to shake it out there. You know, watch him. He's just, yeah, okay, I'm getting ready to go. Okay. Tires up on the one side and tires on the other side.
2,700 to 2,900 RPMs, I was noticing.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Harold, I didn't mean to interrupt you while you were talking. I
Oh,
apologize.
that's right. He's saying away he goes. I sure wish that iRacing would fix the pylon again, because I loved it when the numbers were actually on the pylon correctly.
Well, there's a lot going on in the world of iRacing, so. All right, so the top four. Klingbill's going to come down now. Keith Fonseca still out there. Turtle Rush still out there. Kevin Bernheimer and Andy Turner. All of those guys still need to come in. We're currently looking at Dylan Clark, who is leading the Xfinities, he is 1 lap down, but he just came off the pit lane, so that's why he's 1 lap down. Jeff Ramsdale and then John Humphrey in the top 3 there. And in the trucks, Thomas Teagan, Corey Harridges, and Caleb Ellswick are now 1, 2, and 3, and they have just been on pit road within the last 4 laps. So there you see Bo Ross coming out. He's going to sit in behind Dylan Clark. Dylan Clark's going to go diving into the turns. And Bo Ross will eventually get around him. That's once he builds his speed back up. He just came back out onto the track. All right, Fonseca, Klingbeil, Tyler Rush, and Kevin Bernheimer all are now getting their stuff done. So we see Andy Turner still out there. He's the only one who has not pitted as of yet. He's 18 laps on his stint. And here he comes now. Couldn't go probably much farther than what he did. So going to turn that back over. That's going to give it back to Ryan Johnson, who has a fairly comfortable 1.7 second lead over Taco Gortman. And he will take the lead when he comes back around right here. Going to swing way down below. And right at the line. Boom. He should take it. There you go. All right, so 1.3 back to Taco. Lucas is in second. Luke is back in third. He's almost 4 seconds behind. Nate Johnson is 4 seconds behind, and then Keith Fonseca in fifth, about 6.2 seconds behind. So Tiny Horse is about to just drive away at this point. Going to put all the effort he has into this and kind of just pull away, which, again, I think it was expected. So.
Dylan Clark's got a 4-second lead over Jeff Ramsdale and John Humphrey. Here, that's your top 3 in the Xfinity Series. And then you have that small group of Herrigs, Ellswick, Teagan, and Seidner. We'll probably stick with these guys. They're kind of the best racing going on right now.
Well, it's certainly the closest group of racing as far as points go. Yeah, the trucks are close. Ellswick gotten around Thomas Teagan. Now he's going to eyeball Corey Harridges. Again, I think if he stays here, even if he doesn't win it, he's fine as far as points go. He's not going to have any issues. He should have done more than enough at this point to kind of secure his. But the other guys are all close. And Matthew Wheeler's the one that's kind of hurt right now, being down as far as he is.
Mm-hmm.
But
so Corey's starting to pull a little bit away from Ellswick with Thomas Teagan and Garrett Seidner together. And then I said we already talked about now Jeff Ramsdale up to the front here of the Xfinity Series as he gets around Bo Ross, now working on Andy Turner for 10th
showing
overall.
Dylan Clark headed down the pit lane.
Yeah, he is
sure
on
enough.
pit lane. And away he goes.
See, 3.4 seconds in the box. Did he top off just to top off?
Dylan Clark, 5.4 is what I'm seeing, yeah.
5.4,
That looks
yep.
to me like a top off, so maybe he knows something.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. It cost him a lap though, but
if that's what he needed to finish the race, could have been a good time to get it.
well, it raises the question: does everybody else in Xfinity, can they make it?
True, and it looks like John Humphrey's coming to pit lane. So keep an eye on Ramsdale. He's the leading driver in the Xfinity Series. And you got to go back to Adam Benefiel, who some 9 seconds back.
He's one lap. He's. It's just interesting. I'm a little. Matthew Wheeler now coming down the pit lane as well. I don't know if these are strategy calls, if they're just chance, but
We shall see.
we shall see. I would think the Xfinity car or the Cup cars can make it, but maybe they can't. Taco Gortman's now closing the gap as well. He went from 1.3 seconds to 0.8 seconds. So 0.8 of a second behind Johnson. You see Johnson trying to shake Ramsdale. Oh, no, it's 36. I apologize. Richard Crane, who looks like Jeff Ramsdale's car. But
So Caleb Ellswick moves into the top spot around Corey Herrigs, and that was like he just put Matthew Wheeler down a lap to the trucks.
yeah, Matthews one lap down overall. There you see Thomas
So
Teagan just
tears
dipped
it,
down.
yeah. 10 and a half to go.
Herriges is down as well. So clearly they weren't going to be able to make it at this point, it looks like.
Yep. So keep an eye out on what's going on. Strategies unfolding here at the 10-minute mark at the Brickyard for the Brickyard 95 split decisions triple threat presented by Into Being LLC.
Well, Taco Gortman's now 0.2 of a second behind of Ryan Johnson. Question is Ryan Johnson not pulling or not pushing full versus Lucas? Lucas might be. I mean, Ryan might have let off to try to make it to the end without having to stop again, where Lucas could just be flat out knows he's going to have to do it hammer down.
Caleb Ellswick coming down now. That puts Larry Bruner in the driver's seat for the trucks. Nathan Manwaring moving up with the Xfinity Series now only has Bo Ross between him and Jeff Ramsdale.
Well, then that kind of points out they all needed to go one more time in the gas. Because nobody's taking tires, it doesn't look like.
Just a little bit of top off. Yeah. Caleb Ellswick, Ellswick spent 10.1 seconds in the pit box.
So he took 2. Seidner got a whole set on his. Adam Benefield, 6.3 seconds. Seidner looks like he's going to take the full rack.
So there goes Bruner coming down now. So Ramsdale's somebody you got to keep an eye on, and Michael Gitchell now as Manwaring comes down. Dylan Clark has already pitted. He got 4 laps on his tires. He may be the leader for the Xfinity Series after these green flag pit stops occur. He's got Michael Gitchell 11 seconds ahead of him.
You can see him blowing the fuel out the side as he releases the gas going into the turns. I'm just surprised. I mean, they hadn't been that long. Almost splitting the run in half, Harold.
Yep, I think that might be what they were doing. 7:45 left. So drivers down pit lane. Michael Gitchell now coming down. And Ryan Johnson is getting Kermit there. There's Kermit, takes the lead from the tiny horse. So the frog leapfrogs the horse.
So the view of this really again looks like Ryan might have been saving gas, but now he's going to go back around him. So they might just be toying with one another. Who knows? But the 2 Mustangs are heading down into the turns.
They did have a 2-hour practice session before the official practice and race tonight. And a lot of drivers were in there.
You see Thomas Teagan in front of them. So Caleb Ellswick does regain the lead as far as the truck goes. Dylan Clark is in that. Whoa, somebody just shot off spinning. Not sure who that is. There's a truck right back there. The yellow flag. There you go. Adam Benefiel is crashing out. And he does not have another car. So whatever happens to him right now is what's going to happen. There isn't going to be. He's not going to go straight. That's what's going to happen to him. All right. That car has been jacked. Again, back up the front, Jeff Ramsdale.
Teagan, it looked like he might have involved in that. Yep. 5:45.
And he is not coming back out. That'll be it for him because he's already used his car. Lots of people have used tonight, Harold. Ryan Johnson, Fonseca, Turtle Rush, Klingbeil, Nate Johnson, Bernheimer, Turner, Ramsdale's used one. Let's see, Dylan, Crane. I mean, almost all the Xfinity, almost all the trucks. Larry Bruner is the only truck that has not used.
Here comes Ramsdale now.
So Dylan Clark assumes the lead as soon as he gets around pit lane, goes past, and heads into turn one. He will assume the lead from Jeff Ramsdale, and then it'll basically be a run to the end and who can hold out and who can't. So Dylan's got about 10 laps more he can run, so I would say he's going to be fine to get to the end. 18 seems to be the end-all, be-all.
Wonder what the Cup Series is going to do because they're going to get to that 18 here shortly. Yeah. 4.5 to go.
I think you see him come in, splash, and go, and hopefully that's it. But yeah, it's gonna be tight. If they're trying to push it, it's definitely gonna be tight because Ryan's on 15 now. There you see the 12 inside of the 4 of Humphreys to move Corey Herridge's closer to Caleb Ellswick. Not quite there, but closer to Caleb Ellswick as he goes along. Has not cleared John Humphrey yet, so. And then Garrett Seidner's coming in the 50 truck we see right there behind him. So,
there's your race leader for the Truck Series, Caleb Ellswick, and just in front of him is Dylan Clark. About 14 seconds separate the two of them. Then 11 Cup cars from Ryan Johnson to Bo Ross spread out throughout the track. Thomas Teagan disconnected tonight.
He's had enough. That truck was not going to go any farther, so. Good to see Justin at least back out there and running. Getting time in behind the wheel more than anything. Still like that Mobil 1 Pegasus on the side design. There's see Bill Klingbeil.
So back on track is trying to get around Nathan Manwaring.
Yep. The AC/DC truck dives on down into turns 1 and 2. Well, turn 1 first. Short shoot, turn 2. Corey's got a little bit of a visitor on his back bumper now. Seidner's kind of sizing him up, deciding when he's going to make that last bit of move. 2 minutes to go. So he's going to want to do it soon.
Yeah, that's probably the tightest battle going on. And you got Johnson and Kermit working it together as well. And Dylan Clark has a good lead over Jeff Ramsdale.
Hitting the likes, the hearts, and everything else for the last bit here.
About a minute left to go here. There they are. They're going to go side by side. The Cup Series is going to give us a heck of a finish here. Taco and Johnson side by side in the corner.
Brian's going to pull it down tight on him and see if he can't stay out in front of him, and he does coming off of that turn. That's a tough turn to do something like that on as well. These turns are ridiculously tight and hard to maneuver.
So
not going to give him the inside.
Seconds.
Yep.
He's going to have to take it, whatever he wants to do here.
I think they're going to get to the line and have to do one more, Harold.
I believe that's true.
Coming down now, so this will be the last lap. When they cross over the line, it'll be 1 to go. You see Taco going way down,
wow.
Swings back around. What a move there. They go down into the turn. 19 seconds left to go, and Taco Gortman with a power move down the front stretch. See if Ryan's got anything for him as far as
fuel.
Catching him.
Oh, he's I can hear the fuel. He's playing with the fuel. He's got nothing. He's running out.
He's out. Yep.
Wow. And so is Kermit.
Yep. But he's going to try to coast. Oh, there goes Dave Gilbert.
Dave Gilbert. But Dave Gilbert was a lap down, apparently, because he's good to go. This is going to be interesting to see these guys now.
He's milking it. I think he's going to get it. I think he's going to roll. He is trying his best to get to that finish line. Here comes Fonseca. Fonseca can catch him if he's got anything. He's not going to get him.
Wow, like a half a lap or something.
Oh, my gosh.
So, and then Dylan Clark was like, he's going to be the guy that gets it here as he's coming around to the straight there.
Dylan's going to make it,
and Caleb Ellswick.
Yep.
There's Johnson. He still can't get around yet. Wow.
Bill,
they pushed
Bernheimer ran out. Bernheimer ran out just at the line as well. Wow. Taco Gortman on a miracle run. 19 laps. I said it was 18, Harold. That was the number. 18 was the number. Some of them made it 19. He is not going to make it back to the start-finish line. That's for sure, to do his burnout, because there won't be a burnout. But, wow. And Keith Fonseca did everything he could to get that, get him at the end. But how about that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he's even rolling right now. So.
All from going 200 miles an hour. Wow. Get out and push it is what Sonia's telling him.
Absolutely.
Does he get some help maybe from Mr. Turner?
He might get a little help here right now. Yep. Let's see. Andy Turner's on 17 laps, so yes, he's good.
Here's our race summary. Maconi Setup Shop LLC. Your winner was Taco Kermit Gortman. 4 cautions. 2 of them were the stage breaks for 15 laps. 32 drivers, and Bill Klingbull was the fastest at 52.050. All right, so we're looking at the Taco Turtle. So let's try to get him in here. So we're going to do this and this. There we go. All right, let's bring him up and talk to him, because he's itching to be talked to.
Is he?
Yep. So the number 16, Kermit, Crush, something or other, messing us all up. And there's all three of them together. Look at that. They're all pushing each other. See?
Oh, that's some.
Oh, man.
It's a choo-choo train. Choo-choo.
I don't know how I keep doing this. I feel so bad for Keith because Keith, just like Nate at Michigan, had the strategy, and I somehow saved just enough. I was running out of 4. I don't know. I don't know. Ryan and I were both barely coasting those last 2 laps through the corners.
Yeah, Ryan didn't have a chance. I mean, he got off a turn 2, and that was about it. You could tell he'd started going to the left, and there was no help. Keith, the only thing that saved you was Keith was when he came off the pit lane, just a little bit farther behind because he was a lap, did it a lap later. But dude, man, he was coming in a hurry. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So you had an amazing car in the middle of this race. Kind of got dominant for a while. What brought everybody back to you, do you think?
That second stage caution from the caution between stage 1 and stage 2, I took right sides, and then the stage caution I took just right sides again, and then late in the run I started falling off, and that's when Ryan got ahead of me. And I tried to save a little bit, but I knew it wasn't going to be enough, and I wanted to stay out an extra lap from Ryan, but I wasn't going to make it. And I knew I had to save as much as I could, and Ryan and I were communicating a little bit, trying to give each other teasers of what we had without telling each other, because, racers, you don't tell anybody nothing. But we did eventually, towards the end there, tell each other what we had, and I told Ryan, we got good news and bad news. We're both gonna run out, but we'll see what happens.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna run out right at the line, right? I mean,
yeah,
why not? So, in-car cameras this week. Can you give us a little bit of that? A little bit of activity going on between you and Luke as far as changing the paint schemes. I understand that we're calling it a snafu in the trucks or from the trailer.
The trailers, yeah. It's the crew. You got to fire them. They must be.
Yeah.
They must be these new kids that don't want to work. They're like, give me a paycheck and I'll just slap something on the car.
That's exactly what it is. They slapped a number on the car without even looking. And I mean, Crush, Orange Crush got a good, run here. I mean, Taco Bell did too. I think they got 4th or 5th, something like, I don't know. But, so there we go. 4th, we'll take that. But it was a good run.
No, you were right. Oh, Tyler, the turtle somehow slid in there and he ended up 5th. So you're going to have to talk to Luke about that. Listen, you got your sponsor on him. He should have been a little better.
Right. I mean, doing a bad job for Taco Bell, I don't understand it, But I guess I'll cut to the thank yous here. I don't want to take too much time here. Thank you to you guys for broadcasting. Thank you for you guys for bringing up this camera thing. It's awesome. I can't wait to look back at the broadcast and look at everyone else's cameras and all that stuff. And the whole admin team, all the drivers, Taco Lover Racing. Congrats to Nate Johnson. He got the final transfer spot in the Final Four after a close battle with Bernheimer on points. So it's going to be an amazing race next week at Chicagoland between myself, Ryan, Luke, and Nate. So we'll see what happens there.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations on the win. Go celebrate with the team, of course.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Talk to you. All right. So moving on to Dylan Clark. I got to get him in here. So let's look at, there we go. Get his there. There we go. So now we'll pull up the cabbage there. So, wrong one. Moved the wrong guy. All right, Dylan Clark, not Caleb. All right, Dylan Clark here in the booth with Harold and Cushy. I see the cabbage and the Wendigo Studios have made it to the front yet again. So there'll be another checkered flag on the 34 going into the final race of the season.
Sir.
So talk to us, man. I mean, you had a little bit of an interesting middle run. You got, if I'm not mistaken, you kind of got boo-booed on one of them where your back wing was gone. You had nothing showing except for your fuel tank. So talk about your night. Tell us how it went.
Boy, it was up and down. For sure. Had a good stage 1, nice and clean, and then restart stage 2. I think it was Jorge took 2 tires, and then all the cup cars were wadded up in front of us, so we had nowhere to go, and I had 4 freshies, and I was trying to get past them. And I thought I gave him enough room up by the wall. Maybe I didn't. I'm not sure, but I ended up turning both of us into the outside wall, and then we kind of collected each other down low. Luckily, we kept it straight. But yeah, other than that, really clean race, and I was really all by myself most of the night, not really battling anyone, which is nice at Indy because it's almost impossible to pass here.
I was going to say, it's crowded enough as it is with the 30-some other vehicles that are out there. The last thing you need to do is have somebody on your backside trying to push you for it. At one point, you guys were running together. There was about 4 of you together. I also recall that there were trucks together. That's when the little bits of chaos kind of happened when the groups were together as a whole. Is it just a matter of, and we saw it early in the race, and I don't know, and it seemed to hang on in the end, is the Xfinity cars seem to be a lot looser coming into the turns, out of the turns. Your back ends were moving a whole lot more than the other 2 vehicles.
Mm-hmm. Well, for sure. The Cup cars, they were pretty edgy once the fuel load went off, but yeah. Xfinity was just, it was wild all night long. I mean, you would get into the throttle and the rear end would kick out on you. I mean, you had to wait until you were pointed straight. And so that's why a lot of times we were late apexing it through the corners, was we had to get that long straightaway. Otherwise we couldn't outdrag the other Xfinity car. And ultimately that's what helped me get past Ramsdale there. Was I set him up, and I had a late apex, and I got on the gas a lot sooner than him, and I had the draft and the corner exit speed, and I was able to just drive it into turn, I think 3, to get past him, and then set sail from there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, the tracks are going to play different for everybody, and it was just something that I noticed that the Xfinity cars, as you were saying, is loose, just could not hit the hammer, or you were going to spin, and we did see that a couple times tonight. But great job out of you again, of course. Good job overall for this season so far. Moving on, of course, heading towards that championship run. What do you got to do to take the championship?
Just be nice, clean, and consistent, and keep up this good luck that I've been having. As long as my luck stays, and we race nice and clean over there, and there's some give and take between everybody, I think we have a good shot, and I'm feeling confident going into Chicagoland for sure.
Excellent. Well, shout your people out, and then we'll let you get on your way and go celebrate.
Alrighty. I got DC Designs, One to Go Studios, you guys for putting on an awesome show. Turtle Shells, Tyler Rush, everything he does, getting me on this team. Raise Energy, Frisky Fields, Panda Farms, Lovable Critters, and Wolf. And, of course, my parents for giving me this awesome sim rig.
Yeah, that'll work. All right. Well, your winner out of the Xfinity Series, Dylan Clark. Thank you, Dylan. Go have some fun with everybody out there.
And for thank you, sir.
All right. And then moving on, move him down and pull Caleb up. All right, Caleb, you're in the booth with Harold and Cushy. Got that, that diamond looking 66. Who's that? Shoot, messed it up. It's the diamond coating or whatever they call in the trucks.
Diamond.
Yeah, we'll work
diamond
with
plating.
that. Diamond plate.
There you go. See, I'm trying to get it. It's taking a while to get me, but that's what it kind of looks like. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, it was a design actually made by Matt Cobb here. He came up with this design. It was a local car that ran in a track that he does security for, and he saw it for me, and he decided to make it. So I decided to run it as a tribute for him, and gave me good luck, got a win out of it.
Oh, you as much as you didn't need it, you needed a good run just to be safe. I mean, when you came into tonight, you only had 12-point lead over the last truck that could have gotten in. So great job from you. Talk to us. You had a little bit of a run-in, had a little bit of an issue where you actually had to get a backup car or backup truck, Talk to us about your evening. Little hairy out there, wasn't it?
It's been a hairy couple of weeks. So, it seems like all the luck that and the success we've had for the season has just went 180 degrees and went down to the negative drain. So it was a good win for us to come back and kind of build a little bit more confidence going into the finale. With me and Humphreys talked about it too. It was, the closing rate, and I don't know if he hit the brakes or what, but we both talked about it, and it's just one of those racing deals. It kind of happened. I think I got up onto him quicker than I expected, and I think he had to get out of it because he was bound in a loose condition, and just kind of ended up clicking us. I think the new damage model kind of shoved my truck around, and it kind of just ended up blowing me up, and thankfully I was able to coast it back to the pit road. Went down a lap there, of course, and then, was able to get it back with the stage brake, so that was huge, and I felt like I had pretty good speed all night. I felt like my truck was better, not in traffic. It seemed like where the trucks were a lot slower, we were just getting caught up with the Xfinity crew, and we couldn't, we could get around them, but then they'd blow us right back. And, we never really dealt with the Cup cars, but it was just hard trying to run your line and stay away from the Xfinity guys, and the same vice versa for them to stay away from us. It was a hard race.
I was talking to Dylan about that, Caleb, and actually there was a point about midway through the race where there were 5 Xfinity cars that were running in a group and then 5 trucks that were running in a group, and somehow it just happened to work out that way. But the minute that happened, and I think that's what you're just talking about, chaos starts to ensue, because you'll get around, you'll get to the point where you catch them, but then they have enough power in the corners or something along those lines. And so it did get a little crazy, and a couple times it touched off some action. But Indy's a tough track as far as an oval goes, but it's still a great race to run. It's a lot tougher when you have 3 different vehicles out there. But you going forward, what do you got to do to take that trophy for the championship?
Yeah, to point on what you just said, for the trucks, if we got in traffic, our noses started to push up. So we just could not stay behind somebody's bumper. That was everything everybody was fighting. If anybody got near our noses, we would just start pushing. That's where you see all of us kind of group up there. And once we grouped up, we just couldn't get going because we kept pushing around. Right. But coming into next week, Clark kind of hit the nail on it too. I think the first round of playoffs was just chaos with people, I think, losing their minds a little bit. In all honesty, there were some calls that if they would just race the points, they would have probably made the playoffs, and you would have had probably a different Final Four for the truck side at least. And I think that just comes with a little bit of an inexperience too. But it's a learning curve for everybody. Like Clark said, I think consistency and hopefully just try to stay away from the trouble. Hopefully get a little bit more respect from the guys that aren't in the playoffs. We don't expect it, but it'd be nice to have. I'm not saying that they don't give it now, but just a little bit more extra help would be nice. It's going to be a good race. I think, each division's got a good Final Four there. It sucks for Copp that didn't get to make it, but Corey, he joined TTF pretty late. So having 2 TTF trucks fielded in the Final Four is going to be huge for us, and hopefully one of us can bring it home.
Absolutely. All right. Well, buddy, this is the point where you get to shout out to everybody, and then we can get you on your way so you can go celebrate.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, as always. Thanks, good Lord above, for allowing us to do this. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be able to do this at all. Thank you for Cushy's love and Harold's, hatred towards me. I don't understand it, but it's okay. Thanks for TTF for allowing me to be on board. Their next week, it's going to be their last week, and they're actually merging with Ellswick Esports, so it's going to be a cool merge for us next season. So look out for us there. It's going to be a good group of guys, good partnership that we're converting into one organization, one in-house group. So it's going to be fun. With support from New Missions with Corey Heritage. So I think it's going to be a really good thing for us. But, thank you all for what you've done this season. It's been awesome to watch these races and provide this to the fans. But, huge shout out to Dave. I know he made the announcement it's going to be his last season. So we wish him all the well and the best of luck, and give him a pat on the back for the great job that he's done with this league and set this up for huge success for the future seasons. So hopefully we can give him a classy exit next week, and hopefully we can get it done.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much, Caleb. Appreciate you joining us here in the booth. I hope you have a great rest of your night. See you next week.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. God bless.
All right. So that's Caleb. We're going to send him back down. We'll move this around. See, I got to do this and I do that. There we go. Then we're going to look down on Indianapolis, and we can now do the other part that everybody loves so much, is the results. So bang, there we go. Split decision triple threat. Brickyard 95, presented by Into Being LLC from Indianapolis Motor Speedway here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Taco Gortman, the overall winner. And Keith Fonseca, Bill Klingbill, Tyler Turtle Rush, Luke Kremit Smith in 5th. 6th was Nate Johnson. 7th was Andy Turner. Kevin Bernheimer 8th. 9th was Ryan Johnson. Bo Ross takes the 10th spot. Dave Gilbert a lap down. And neither Saucy or Patrick were actually on the track. So 11 was the count on the first class. So Cushy, you got the Xfinity Series.
Xfinity, of course, we just talked to him just a moment ago. The number 34 of Dylan Clark. 2nd was Jeff Ramsdale. Had a great run today as well. John Humphrey and the 4 car there in 3rd. Michael Gitchell in 4th. Nathan Manwaring in 5th. Jorge Canales comes in 6th. Richard Crane in 7th. Adam Benefiel had quite the day today, but he hung in there. Adam Benefiel in 8th. Josh McKinney in 9th. Justin Gibbs, we didn't get him right away, but he came back on, and he actually finished with us driving.
Yep. And then the trucks. So 9 trucks out here tonight. Caleb Ellswick wins. Corey Herrick's right behind him, and Garrett Seidner. Larry Bruner and Matthew Wheeler, the top 5. Then a few laps back was Matt Kopp. Thomas Teagan was 11 back. Ethan Michaels and David Desperios.
All right, Augie is leaving us. So good night, Augie. Appreciate you and everyone that was listening to us on Facebook. Those of you that hater-rated us on YouTube, I hope you had a great night. But you know what? If we're getting hater-rated, that means we're actually doing something. So we'll take the comments. Thanks so much for you guys and jumping on there and doing what you're going to do. And then we had a couple on Twitch. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. But it was a good night, great race. We move on to the championship next week, right?
Yep, championship will be at Chicagoland on Cushy's birthday. And Cushy,
on my birthday.
Cushy says that the most important thing on that day will be that it's his birthday and he gets to talk to a guy that wins a trophy. That's what he told me. So,
did I say that?
Yeah, I think
I might not have said that, but if I did, I'll go with that. But we'll also have a surprise for the other one. And by the way, since I don't know if Justin's earned one or not, but if we could, Harold, I don't know if he's listening or not. But you know what, Justin, you're gonna get the Sasquatch Award tonight, dude. I feel bad that happened to you. I'm sorry that that you couldn't join us, and I love the car, I do. So, shout out to Justin Gibbs, first of all, for logging back in and then still finishing the race after being 70 laps away. That was pretty cool to me. So, Justin Gibbs, you have a Sasquatch Award that'll be coming to you. If we have not sent you one before, could you at least send us an address, PM us, and we'll get one out to you and get you all taken care of. Other than that, Harold, what we got?
We're going to Chicagoland next week for the final race, and then y'all need to pay attention to the week after that. We're going to do the Grudge Race. That's a fun race that we've been invited to drive in, Ken. You and I both, actually.
I feel sorry for anybody even near me.
If I'm not mistaken, we're both on Team Tiny Tours. So,
he shouldn't have picked.
So Ryan pulled me out of retirement, I guess is what he said, something like that. I don't know.
Well, you never really retired. You drive all the time. I, however, don't even have the wheel hooked up. So that means who's calling the race? Does that mean we're going to have special callers, or what are we going to do? You're going to call it while you're driving?
We might have somebody. I might be able to find somebody that'll pick it up for Friday night. We'll see.
I think Sonia's not driving. Maybe Sonia should call the race for us.
If she's not, I will be putting the. I'll be putting on my perspective at least. On all the One to Go Studios things. So
I'll give you an in-car camera of me making crashings and everything if that's what everybody wants. I can do that. So.
Yeah, I know. And
it'll be ugly.
It is the car of tomorrow at Chicagoland. So that is what they decided.
We are running the COT, huh?
Yeah.
The big wing monster. All right.
No, actually, it is the second generation of the car where they put the spoiler back on. Do you remember?
I don't, but that's okay. I'll still crash.
It was the wing. It was the wing at first, but then they went, and then it had so many issues with it that they put the spoiler back on. The reason they like the cot car is it doesn't have the RPM blocker on it. So it moves, it's fast. Even in a place like Chicagoland, it can get up and move. So, so it'll be fast. It's going to be slick and it's going to be hairy, but it's going to be a fun night. So that is on the 24th. I'll be back in the driver's seat, so people like Kathy Joe can cheer me on, and some driver like
you just assumed that she was gonna cheer you on. She
always does until somebody I don't mention, like Keith, kicks me to the curb.
She doesn't. She's never had a chance to root for me. You're just taking that right away from her.
That's right. I did. I called it. But man, it's getting there, and you got stuff to do in the morning, and I got something going on. But we will be back here in a week, and I will be calling another race on Sunday night with the Tyler Daniel Racing Group. I believe it is their final race on Sunday, I believe, at Indianapolis here. And then Area is at COTA all week next week. We'll be there on Tuesday night. And now past halfway, the Area guys. And then the final for Friday night. And as the guys were saying, Dave Gilbert stepping away from the top spot in split decision racing. And a lot of guys asking for some changes. And we put one of the things into play, told them about the cameras, and they're like, wait, what do you mean? You can actually show people me driving my car? And I'm like, yeah.
Yep, we had 5 of them tonight.
And they're like, that's cool. That's what they say. So, yeah.
Thanks for them opening up their world to us and kind of letting us watch. And that was kind of cool, too. So,
yep. So that's if you want to be part of the broadcast, one of the greatest ways that we could really get some help with is if you want to help us out and, give me another camera angle. I can show you how to operate a camera in ATVO and send that to me, and I'll have another angle. It'd be awesome. And you don't have to say nothing. You just kind of listen into what we're doing, and then there you go. All done. All right.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
Ken from Indianapolis. I'm Harold Darner, One to Go Studios executive producer. I've got my right-hand man, the number one, the voice, the Kushwa. And we're going to be signing off from Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the heart of America in Indianapolis, Indiana. Until then, we'll see you guys at the next turn.
What an exciting race brought to you by One to Go Studios. Here they come out of turn 4 to the white flag, and it's 1 to go. Thank you to all our sponsors, drivers, and viewers. We'll see you at the next turn.